Welcome to St Ives School of Painting's How-To series. Short lessons taken from our longer online courses, designed to help you build confidence and skills in drawing and painting, one focused exercise at a time.
So, okay, as I promised, we're going to start with a warm-up session, and I do this at the beginning of every session, and the warm-up this time is we're going to make one of these Concertina sketchbooks. So if we want to go to the overhead cam, I can show you a little bit about how we're going to make this. So it's the simplest of ideas, really. So we're going to make something a bit like this that folds out, that we can draw into, and I've actually made it from an A2 sheet. So this size sheet of paper will make a little booklet this size for you. If you wanted to go bigger, obviously A1 will make you something twice the size. You could even tape different pages together, and you could go bigger and bigger. So just for ease on the camera, I'm starting with this size, and I'll show you how we make one of these. So the first thing to do is to take the page and fold it in half. And then you might want to use a ruler to just really sharpen off those folds. The bookbinders use a special tool for that, but a ruler's fine. And then we fold back one fold back towards you, and then turn and fold again. So we end up with a sort of M. I call it the M. There you go, M. And then we open it out and do exactly the same the other way. So we fold top to bottom. Try and get the corners as close as you can. You can take a little bit more time than I will with this. And then I'll do the fold like this, and just as before, fold back to that first fold, turn it over, okay, so we end up with 16 squares like that. Okay, so I've used 280-gram paper here. You can go thicker if you want, but for what we're going to do on it, it's best to be a bit thicker so it'll stand a bit of welly, really. So the next stage is to make the cuts. Now there's 3 points that are important, so I put a little cross here. So we're going to cut up these lines, your fold lines, up into the cross there. So we can cut. If you wanted to use a knife and be very exact, you could, but please be careful and have cutting board underneath. So we're going to make 2 cuts up to that point with the cross. And then we're going to turn the whole thing round. And the last cut goes up the centre, but not quite all the way. So we've got something like this with three cuts. Then, like by magic, it folds over on itself into a little booklet. And I had a few goes at this to get that working, and I'm going to just turn that over a minute. I'm so pleased that worked. Don't be worried if some of your folds are going the wrong way. Just follow that flow, and if they need to fold them over, you can. So you've got something here that has these three sort of sturdy bits there, which are not, they help make it stand up. So what I'm going to suggest is with some Pritt stick or glue is to just stick those together so they don't open up again. So bear with me. I'm just going to stick. You'll see what I mean. As you get used to making these, you'll go, oh, I don't like those bits, or oh, I love those bits. So you can either embrace them as something that helps the whole thing stand up, because we're going to be working from these perhaps in the next session. I'll explain it more. So we've got our three little sturdy bits, but the whole thing opens up as a book. So you can have a play with that. If you hate those three little sturdy bits and want to make one without, you can... Where's the one without? You can cut the pages all the way along like this and then join with sellotape or masking tape. So you get a continual line, a very long line of pages like so. And this one I've actually cut, instead of cutting this way, I've cut it lengthways, made my cuts really long, and you end up with a landscape one like that instead of the other way. So you'll get into the rhythm of it as you go, and I just wanted to explain that some of them I've made a little cover for as well, and I'll just show you how I've done that. So I've collected any cardboard really that you have handy. So I've got from Amazon actually, and then some nice painted papers that I've used, or you can use cereal packets or things like that. And then if you want to personalise it and cover the covers, you take your book, you cut round your cardboard, and then you can stick like this. So I'll just show you how to do one of them. For now, you could use stronger glue, but to be honest, Pritt stick's okay. And then you stick that on your nice painted paper, and then I just cut the corners off like this to save the bulk on the corner cutting, and then these flaps can quite neatly stick over. So you can have some fun, designing lots of little books. I've gone a bit crazy actually. A warning: it is addictive. You could photocopy drawings to make as covers. You could theme them. This one's going to be about the sea. So I've used this little painted papers that I've worked on. So I'll just do one of the covers for you, and then hopefully, I think, which way up shall I have it? Perhaps that way. This then can stick to the cover page like that. So I'm rushing. You're going to take your time and have some fun making these. So you need to save some cereal boxes and things like that. And there we have the front page of a little book that then we can draw into.
Want more tips, tricks and inspiration? Each of the short lessons are taken from one of our full courses in our extensive online library. We have over 100 courses available for you to watch on demand, Visit our website to find out more and hit subscribe for more creative inspiration.